perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect love created me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
Thank you, musicians. Thank you, everyone. You guys sound great. Welcome, everybody. I'm Jeff Tawney. I will be the platform assistant and your spiritual leader and speaker today. Dana is on. The last I talked to Dana, she was in Colorado Springs. And so we wish Dana well and on her travels. And so anyway, so welcome to Unity Center of North Spokane. We want to begin with our opening affirmation. Byron's wearing a couple hats too today, so. All right, there we go. Our opening affirmation together. There is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the good. This is Unity's foundation principle. One presence, one power, one life, living as and each one of us. This morning, I've asked Marilyn Kohut to come up and read the daily words. Marilyn?
Through the power of God within me, I am brave. If I want to have a greater, more expansive experience of life, I must be brave and move beyond the trepidation that holds me back. I do not judge myself for hesitating, but I don't let it stop me. Instead, I take my reluctance as a clue to call upon the strength of God within me to push past my fear and move forward. So much life lies on the other side of my fear. I believe I am meant to live a fulfilling, satisfying life, whether I'm interested in having grand adventures or simply stepping out of my comfort zone and trying new things. I can rely on the divine within as I summon the courage to do new things. I affirm I am brave. As this becomes the truth of my heart, my experience of life expands. 2 Timothy 1:7 says, "For God did not give us the spirit of fear, but rather of power, of love, and a sound mind."
Thank you, Marilyn. And I want to commend your bravery, because I know coming up here and doing that is the last thing that you want to do on a Sunday morning or any other time. So thank you for actually exemplifying bravery. All right. Well, now let's take a moment to greet one another. And, let's take that opportunity, guys.
Good morning, Rob. I was running through the fingering. can't get through there very easily. We got too many people. Interlocking. You did good. Good. They're cute. Yeah, you went and saw the Neil Diamond, what is it, tribute, yeah. And he sings just like, isn't that scary? Or Neil. Neil's probably sitting home. Well, I guess he's got issues. Yeah, I think so. Poor thing, I hope he wasn't watching. No, because it wasn't televised. Yeah. Hey, kid. Oh. All right, are you guys ready for our funkified thank you for this day? So we're going to do the same thing, do 3 verses, and then Robert's going to take a solo, and we'll finish with the 4th verse, which is actually the first verse again. Yes? Did you get that? 2, 3, 4. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day.
Thank you, team. I have my, I have a meditation robe here I'm going to put on. No. For those that are here on the off days knows what this is, but I'm going to actually use it today. Okay, so if we'll just take a moment and kind of settle in our seats. Place your feet on the floor. You can just wiggle your toes. Take off your shoes if you want. Just feel yourself grounded in this space. Think of your feet connecting with the earth, going through the carpet and the concrete, and feeling the earth below, grounding ourselves. And now I want you to just, any thoughts that are coming in, maybe they're reminders of stuff you have to do today or something that happened this week. I just ask that you just lay them aside. Just place them aside. This is a time for being present, being here in this space, being here with these people, seeing the one in another. Let's all take a deep breath together and release. Breathing is an important part of our centering. Just continue to bring ourselves here, maintain a state of presence here. On this day, as we learn about Ho'oponopono, just imagine being in a Hawaiian island. Sound of palm trees, the wind, the salty air. Ocean breeze. Imagine yourself resting in the sand. Hearing the waves crash, feeling the mist on your face. Divine Spirit and presence inside of each of us. We thank you for this opportunity we have to gather, the opportunity we have to breathe, the opportunity to focus. For we know we are created in your divine image, and there isn't anything left out. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you. May we each remember our part in the ripple effects that will change this world. And so it is. How many felt Hawaii? I should have asked Amber in the newsletter to ask everybody to wear their best Hawaiian outfit and everything. We could have had a contest. That would have been fun. Some of these things I think about after the fact, and then I realize, why didn't I think of that sooner? But anyways, thank you all for being here. I do want to start off and just start with something a little different here this morning. I want to talk about the past week and the violence and everything that has been happening. And it's I get a daily read on the Course of Miracles. And today's lesson, 257, says, let me remember what my purpose is. If I forget my goal, I can be but confused, unsure of what I am, and thus conflicted in my actions. No one can serve contradicting goals and serve them well, nor can he function without deep distress and great depression. Let us therefore be determined to remember what we want today, that we may unify our thoughts and actions meaningfully and achieve only what God would have us do this day. Father, forgiveness is your chosen means for our salvation. Let us not forget today that we can have no will but yours, and thus our purpose must be yours as well. If we would reach the peace you will for us. We live in the expectation, when we live in the expectation of force and violence, then we look for ways, ideas, and dialogue that support force and violence. When we live in a state of peace, we look for and support ways to peace, ideas to create, and ways to practice it. None of us can be exempted from violence or the effects of hate. We must give a different response. If you are a follower or believer in the unity movement, I would expect that you find ways in your life, on social media, and in conversations to exhibit and promote peaceful talk and conversations. I know it's difficult. I know it's counter to the culture we are now in. I have personally been attacked for promoting peace and nonviolence. I was told that if I wasn't willing to pick up a weapon and lay my life on the line, then I needed to shut the F up. It's not a matter of who did what. It's not tit for tat. That's a child's response. Jesus said, turn the other cheek. Our response should always be in spite of. We promote peace and alternatives to violence. 2 weeks ago, Dana did an intro workshop to AVP, Alternative to Violent. This is a thing she does in the prisons, and I highly, highly recommend that we do this. In fact, I think we should be a requirement for membership. That's my own personal feeling. That's not something we're going to do, but I think it's that important. In the future, we're going to provide workshops and opportunities to learn the tools and practice the skills. I do have, did it? Okay, it didn't go up. I want to read you something. I slipped out Byron and put it in the slide deck, but I don't know if it made it on that. Okay. So I'm going to read you something, and I'll ask Amber to put this in the newsletter this week. But this is what I believe our social media responses should be. Let us agree to disagree, but we are still responsible for creating solutions to resolve problems manifested by our disagreement. Don't run away. Stay with me and work with me. Stay even when the conversation is tough and painful. When we work together, we show each other that we care. Let's agree to disagree and stay. Let us ask each other, will this work for us? This was something that I saw on social media about 6 or 8 years ago from a local person named Peach Chen. And it struck me so profoundly because it was a call to just continue. It's not saying run away. It's not saying change your mind. It's simply saying let's have a conversation. So anyways, with that said, I felt really compelled to talk about that prior to. And also, we had our men's gathering on Friday night, and I've heard from several men. I was going to say not from one man. I've heard from several men, and also women, to be that honest, spouses that have actually watched the documentary or have watched parts of the documentary that said we need to be talking about this more. We need to be promoting this. And that session that we had primarily dealt with the mask you live in is essentially, for the lack of better terms, the programming we have had as men and the examples of what it means to suck it up, to hide your emotions. And when you stuff your emotions and you stuff your feelings, you're creating a powder keg that at some point is going to blow. And so what this was demonstrating and what it was showing us is the problems that have been exacerbated to the point where men in prison having anger and hatred and just doing what what was modeled for them. So I want to thank the guys that showed up. We had 14 guys here on Friday night. I thought it was a great showing. We had really good interaction. We had some tears, which was great because men were willing to be vulnerable and express their love and also their pain. So thank you for those of you that were here and those of you that want to be on the mailing list and be here the next time. Thank you in advance. Okay, so today we're going to talk about the practice of Ho'oponopono. Now, it took me a while to actually be able to roll that off my tongue in a comfortable way, but it's Ho'oponopono. And Ho'oponopono began as a principle that essentially is a living example. Excuse me, I'm ahead of my notes. Okay. The Ho'oponopono is a traditional Hawaiian practice, meaning to make right or to restore balance. It was originally guided in the tribes by an elder or a kahuna, which was a spiritual elder, to heal family conflict. And what they would do in the tribal settings is they would bring the protagonists together. So the people that were in conflict, they would bring them together, and they would do this practice as a way of healing. Over the years, Ho'oponopono has been modernized by various teachers into a personal spiritual practice. In the unity parallel with Ho'oponopono, it talks about forgiveness and a denial and an affirmation, and releasing error thoughts to get us to return to truth. Some of the shared principles is oneness. We're oneness as a unity principle, oneness as Ho'oponopono. We are expressions of the one life. When we forgive, we remember our unity. Our thoughts create experiences, and Ho'oponopono says that we clean the memories in us that are replaying. Unity says that we deny error thought and affirm truth. Essentially, what we're doing is we're bringing ourselves into alignment and into oneness. The phrases in Ho'oponopono, there's 3 phrases or 4 statements that you say. The first statement is, I'm sorry. The second statement is, forgive me. Third, thank you. And the fourth, I love you. Now, over the years, in the modernization of Ho'oponopono, some elements, some people have believed and taken certain parts of it and said this works, this doesn't. And I'll talk a little bit about that. But the key themes in Ho'oponopono is that forgiveness is a restoration of harmony, healing ourselves and healing our relationships by releasing resentment. It emphasizes an interconnectedness. What happens within one person affects others. Healing the self contributes to healing the world. Another theme is taking responsibility. It's not about blame, but about owning our role in what we experience. It's a healing through love, and love and compassion are the central energies that allow forgiveness. And then it's a practical ritual in that Ho'oponopono can be a daily practice, not just a simple conflict resolution. And I would say for those of us when we're driving, it can be a minute-to-minute experience. Coming off of what we did in our book study on homecoming, I thought was a beautiful mirror with Ho'oponopono, because it invites us to ask our inner child to release all fears and be freed of the memories that are the root cause and troublesome problem and situation. Ho'oponopono is a process of reconciliation among individuals, either for themselves or for their family. So the 4 statements are, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. You begin with I'm sorry because you are unaware that you carry the memory inside of yourself. I'm sorry is an acknowledgement of pain or disharmony. It's an acknowledgement that I see where separation has clouded my heart. We have learned over time that the denial and stuffing it as a strategy is a recipe for disaster. So simply saying, I'm sorry, may not necessarily be an apology to the other person that you actually did something to. It could be an apology to yourself of saying that I'm sorry that I did not see these things. When we were doing our study on the homecoming book about healing the inner child, one of the things that we learned was there's a lot of things that have happened to us when we were young that we haven't made connection with. And only when situations arise do we make a connection with it and something comes out that's not really who we are or triggers a memory. So saying I'm sorry is recognizing that in those times when something is triggered and comes forth, you're simply saying that I'm sorry that I did not see that in the past. The next statement is, please forgive me. And in that statement, forgive me, is to the divine to the divinity that you carry within yourself. Now, the forgiveness part, this one part of the phrase, a lot of people have a problem with. And at first, I had a problem with it too. Because if someone has wronged me, why do I need to ask them for forgiveness? And I'll give you a case in point for me. But please forgive me is a release. It allows you to open the door to Spirit's cleansing. Please forgive me is a request to release negative energy. For minds that have been deeply conditioned by the Judeo-Christian principles, forgiveness is a delicate concept because it confines us to the notion of guilt. We think if I ask forgiveness, it is because I am guilty of some transgression. The ego is reluctant to acknowledge its mistake and even more reluctant to ask for forgiveness. So when we get stuck in our ego, or if you're saying, why do I need to ask for forgiveness? That's your ego talking. And if your ego's talking, that means when your ego's engaged, there's a disconnect into your heart. So that's an opportunity for us to ask why. This part I really appreciated. There is something humiliating about acknowledging guilt and transgressions. But once humiliation has been transformed into humility, then forgiveness can liberate you entirely from the role of victim by inviting you to radically alter your vision of the world as well as your interpretation of everything that happens to you. Ho'oponopono emphasizes self-forgiveness as a path to happiness. The example of this I had when my father and I were at a complete disconnection. I have shared with you that in my past, I was a sex addict. And my addiction was that I did not understand the connection between emotional intimacy and physical intimacy. To me, they were the same in my upbringing. My father modeled to me what it meant to how to treat women and a womanizer. So women were objects to me, and intimacy meant sex. So I had to go through this whole unraveling of understanding what that meant. And when I was caught in an affair, and the one person I thought that would reach out to me was my dad. And my dad turned his back on me. And I didn't understand it. Because I thought of all the people that should know what I'm going through, it should be you. And you're not even there for me. But I came to an understanding in my recovery. I came to an understanding about forgiveness and what it looks like. And part of that forgiveness was placing an expectation on my father that was completely unreal. It was an unreal expectation. And so when I finally was able to have a sit down with my dad, and I'll never forget this, remember where we were, remember everything about that. But when I sat down with my dad and I asked him to forgive me, the look on his face was shocking. And I also said, I forgive you. And that was even more shocking. And his response as he twitched in his chair was, what are you forgiving me for? I didn't do anything. I said, I'm forgiving you and I'm releasing you of the expectation I had as you as a father. Because I expected you to do this, to be this. And it wasn't that you failed me. It was me placing an expectation of who you are in this situation, and has caused us to be a disagreement and create the separation. So for that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for my part in that. And what that did in the whole dynamic of our relationship shifted the whole thing. And my dad completely, I saw his ego just fall. Because now he was no longer in this place of feeling like he's got to defend himself, or that, and I think part of it is my dad. I think part of what my dad was seeing and why he couldn't reach out to me was because he saw too much of himself in the reflection of me. It was too much of a reminder to him. The next statement is thank you. And the thank you is an affirmation of gratitude. We always hear gratitude is an attitude, right? And when you're in a grateful mindset, when you acknowledge gratitude, you're saying that you trust and you're thankful. Depending on the work that you're doing in your own situation, another way to look at this is you are thankful for the memories for appearing to you and allowing them to be real to you. You're thanking this opportunity that will give you the ability to release. So let's say you're triggered by something in a situation, and that has to do with you. Being thankful for the memory is allowing you to recognize it and let it go. The letting go is the hard part, because when we let go of something, sometimes that something is serving us for a specific reason. But letting go of that now means that I no longer am going to hold on to that. You're also thankful for the inner divinity that is helping you in that liberation. And then the fourth statement, I love you. I don't know why this isn't changing here. There we go. You conclude by saying, I love you, because only love can heal. When you say this, you are speaking to both your memories and to yourself. Love casts out fear. Fear is the emotion that can protect us into a direction that we don't want to go. Project us into a direction that we don't want to go. And love and fear will also prevent us from healing. Fear will hide your light. There is a story in the book, or not a story, but an analogy of a book in the book of Ho'oponopono, and it talks about the overhead projector. And essentially, what the overhead projector is if we had this projector, and that projector was projecting an image, and that image caused us to trigger or caused us something to happen, who would we be blaming? Would we be blaming the projector, or would we be blaming the image? The natural thing is to turn the projector off. But the projector isn't. The projector is simply projecting the image that we have. We should be doing is addressing the image. The projector is doing nothing but reflecting or projecting the image. So the projector is simply showing you what you see and why you see it and how you're seeing it. It's not the overhead projector's fault. It's simply the image that is projecting. When we say I love you, we are renewing the creative power. Love creates creativity. Love is spirit, and love is creativity. When we release and are healed, we gain a new creative power. No longer are we seeing through the lens of our hurt or our wounds. We see possibilities and opportunities. And I would say that when we look at the things that are going on in the world today and in our spiritual, when we look at something with fear, we don't think of, it's a response, right? So if somebody hates me, I'm going to hate them. If somebody's using violence, then my reaction is violence. That's fear. The opportunity for us is to create something different. And creativity is born out of love. So when I love you and I care about you, I'm not going to respond like to you. I'm going to respond in love, and I'm going to find a way for us to connect and continue our relationship. The practical application and metaphysical meaning of Ho'oponopono is that as I said, that you use it when old resentments arise, when relationships feel strained, or that you notice repetitive negative patterns. Example, someone cuts you off in traffic. Internally, we say 4 phrases. We say those 4 phrases. I'm sorry. I forgive you. I'm sorry that you have something going on or whatever it is. I forgive you for not driving the way that I expect you to drive. There's all kinds of ways of doing that. The metaphysical meaning is that the practice is not about fixing out there, but cleansing the inner lens of perception. Jesus said, "Blessed are the pure of heart, for they shall see God." Ho'oponopono helps us purify our heart and mind so that we can see through the eyes of Christ. Now, we're going to practice this, and I'm just going to ask you to say this repetitively, right? We're going to do this together. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. Again, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, and I love you. There's a unity affirmation that came out of this, which also basically says the same thing. And that is that I release all that no longer serves. I forgive and I am forgiven. I am grateful and I am love. When you speak these words, you are addressing yourself, specifically that younger child within you that is a source of pain. The process means difficult to the mind, but only because the mind wants to control and understand everything. But your mind is useful in this process and plays an important role. The mind has its own free will. It can make a decision and let go of all control and power, and place its trust in the inner divinity. The takeaway, my friends, is that Ho'oponopono is a path of forgiveness. It's a path of gratitude and of love. And that restores harmony by cleansing that no longer serves us. Ho'oponopono is not a practice. It should be a way that we live. Next week, we're going to do a second part of forgiveness. We're actually going to be doing something actively here that's going to contribute to the center. And I'm really excited about that talk, about rock hard forgiveness and what we will do as a collective. And to me, that's essentially who we are here. So anyways, I'll look forward to that talk. And then the following week, I just want to give an expectation. The 28th of the month, the last Sunday of the month, we have a guest speaker who's going to be coming in. And her name is Sanmeet. And she was here actually a couple of weeks ago. And she has a practice in which she teaches breath work and the breathing and healing in that. And she'll be talking about the benefits of that, as well as leading us through some practical exercises as it relates. So that's what's expected to come. With that, I say stay curious and be a blessing.
Jeff, testing. Test. Hello, there I am. Jeff suggested that we do this, the Ho'oponopono Hawaiian Forgiveness Chant. A woman named Karen Drucker wrote music for it, so we're going to just slowly sing it, and I welcome you to sing along with this. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. And again, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, mahalo yo. I love you. Aloha wa yo. I'm sorry, please forgive. Kalamayo. Thank you. Mahalo yo. I love you. Aloha yo. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you.
Now we go into our time of our tithes and offerings. I recognize that many of you give your time, your talent, and your treasure, and we are grateful for that here. This is an opportunity for us to support our movement, our ministry, and I would just ask. We'll just have this time. So thank you.
was one little extra note that shouldn't have been in there.
We would never know, Sandra. All right, let's do our love offering blessing. Divine love in, through, and as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. All right, and then we get into our unity statement of peace. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, the many ways to worship God. For there is only one power and presence of God, and that God loves each one of us equally. Unity urges all nations, their leaders, and their people to pursue peace, not war, for this is what honors the God of all faith traditions. All right, and then announcements. I will, today, Sacred Support Circle, I'm not sure if we'll have anybody for this today, and I actually need to leave to be in Coeur d'Alene by 2 o'clock. So if somebody is, if you're here for that, we can meet briefly, but I do need to cut out a little early. But we do, Sacred Support Circle, we do meet the second and fourth Sunday of every month from 1 to 3, and that is here. And then one of the things I do want to say that came out of our men's group on Friday is that we're going to be doing a separate newsletter just for the Men on Pause. It's not going to be a weekly newsletter, but we'll just be sending stuff out as it relates to the things that we'll be doing with that. So if you're interested in that, in this week's newsletter, I'll ask Amber to put a link to indicate that you want to be a part of that newsletter. All right. And then this is coming up this is next week, actually, the 19th through the 21st. This is the lady that is going to be speaking on the 28th. She's going to be talking about this meditative process and breathing process. I'm actually going to be going through the course Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll be here Sunday, but the class is actually like 1 to 3 or something like that on Sunday, but I'll be participating in that. And this is this one, but our plan is that we have this one coming up, and she'll speak, and then toward the end of October, probably the weekend that we have, that we'll be up at South Hill for the Day of the Dead celebration, we'll have, that weekend we'll have the meditative course here, Art of Living course here. And then also next Saturday here at 3 o'clock is the sound bath. That is going to be done by Amy Felt. Amy spoke a few weeks ago about the healing power of sound, and this will be your opportunity to actually participate. Most people find that when they participate in a sound bath, it's probably the most deepest rest you will ever get because of the energies and the frequencies that are played during that time. And then on the 26th is our drum circle Friday night. We had 18 people, I think, the first time here. We're expecting more as the word gets out, but that will be here on a Friday at the drum circle. And then, yes, I'm looking for feedback. Your feedback matters. I do get phone calls. I get text messages and even email. So if you have a question, a concern, an idea, whatever, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I also like having coffee and sitting down for a chat. To me, that's the best form of communication. But if you'd like to do that, if you'd like to sit down for a chat, please, by all means, let me know. And, okay, then, as I said earlier, next week we'll be talking about rock hard forgiveness. That says Amber's the week of the 28th, but she'll actually be the first Sunday in October. All right. So we have no youth today, but we do want to offer a blessing for those youth in our lives. So if we will all Together, say our youth blessing. Be the love you are. Sing the song you hear. Share your joy of life with people far and near. And for ourselves, be the love we are. Sing the song we hear. Share our joy of life with people far and near. All right. Now our peace song, everybody up.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all agree. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with
All right. And together, the prayer protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well, and that's the truth. All right. Thank you, everyone.
2, 3, 4.